Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the ARMA Team League Season 5. With you tonight is Veggie, and making a guest appearance tonight we do have J-Cakes.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you.
Returning to the commentary stream after a much prolonged absence.
It has been a while. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so tonight we have another two games coming for you. We'll be streaming Table 2 first, and then Table 3, unless I'm mistaken.
Not 100% sure, sorry.
Yeah, no, it is Table 2, then Table 3. I just have to double check. Yeah. So we have got Table 2 started. So I'll pop over to Tenno. So we see here we'll be starting with Mai in the dealer seat, followed by Mercedes, then Burial, then Himia. So I think this is the first time we'll have all four of these people on stream for this season.
It's always good. Always good to have new people on the stream.
Yes.
Not new people in general. I'm pretty sure Mai and Rariel have been here since the start, and Mercedes has been here since season 2. So it's nice. Yeah. Nice to know. Nice to see the history. You know.
Exactly. I completely agree. Himia as well. I think. Hold up. Where is my list of people?
Himia. Oh, okay.
Too many tabs. Here we are. Yeah, perhaps not Himia. I keep thinking Chitoitsu and Lyman are a returning team, but I think they're made up of mainly new players, at least for Team League.
I feel like
I think you're mistaking Chitoitsu Suanko for Itsu Anko.
Yeah, probably.
The other team that did the double Yaku name.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed that team name.
Yeah, your team name's quite good as well.
I honestly don't remember what it translates to. I just remember our captain suggested it, and then when I asked for a translation, it was something like kind of anime-ish, and I'm like, yeah, sure, sounds good.
It's like the taste of despair, the darkness wanderers, or something like that.
There it is. Yeah, it sounds vaguely familiar. How have you guys been referring to our team? You know, when you have to talk about rankings.
We've just been going by Darkness Wanderers just to shorten it, and it's similar to Crimson Wanderers we had last year, so it kind of works.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, 1 minute left. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, yeah, and Table 4 did end up starting just a little bit later, so that's good. Don't want people going over. So we have Mai for your team here.
Yep.
Any comments on how you think the game might go for them? Like how they are as a player, or?
I mean, I have full confidence in Mai. I quite enjoy their play style. Somewhere like, ooh, yeah, Tudora.
Yeah,
a little bit. All right, cool. So we got Mai in the opener with 3 Dora, classic. Otherwise, the hand is okay. You know, some awkward shapes, but not so bad. We got Mercedes in our right with a very. I find this one hard to talk about, right? Because it's got like 3 completed, like 1 completed shape, 2 half shapes, and the rest is like disorganized. It'd be too much to say it's bad, but it's also not the most comfortable hand to have.
Yeah, it's a little bit slow.
Yeah. And the unfortunate part is just cheap. Like
that as well, yeah.
You're not really happy to take a win in any regard. We got Rariel on the opposite, drawing some pretty nice shapes already. 2 Shanten, Rangman, Hanchan. Looking to try and close out this hand as soon as possible. And speaking of speed, we got Himiya on our left, Ishanten already. We'll have to drop the Dora for Tenpai, but I think if they draw that 7-pin, they won't mind so much.
Yeah, hand came together quite quickly for Himiya here. A couple quick draws that sort of gave them the missing shapes they needed. And yeah, it looks like Mai might be hedging towards the Chitoitsu as well, having kept 4 pairs at this stage.
And then we're going to have a pretty interesting dynamic with Mai versus Himiya, because Mai's hand is so expensive, but it's just so slow. But like, because you see so many Dora, and even if Himiya, like say Riichi's with the 9-so, they might just push everything. Okay, they're almost certainly pushing everything at this point. Like, they just see so much value blocked out of everyone's hand. It's like, what's the point of me not like pushing my hand forward?
Yep.
Oh, 9-so dropped by Himiya.
Yeah, getting out the way early here, keeping a hold of the West, which is live at the moment, but probably no qualms cutting that for Riichi.
Alright, got 2 Ishantens going on here. Toyman and Kamitra. Man, these are some pretty Ishantens. Oof, unfortunate for my. Yeah, Sans kind of just plays itself. I really think that the interesting decision is like Toyman Riichi's, Kamitra Riichi's, and then Mai has to figure out if he's giving up or not. Oh! Alright, Ishanten for Chitoe. Does choose to break the 2-ma, makes the hand a little slower for a normal hand, but does put them in Ishanten, which is quite important as you enter the last row.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, they're maximizing the Chitoe. Oh. Rariol goes into Tenpai, waiting on the 1-4-man. Ooh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard call for Mai here. You've got, Chitoitsu for Dora.
Yep. Jesus got the 3-pin. Actually moving towards giving up for Mai, it seems like. Not strictly, right? Like, can obviously draw into Tenpai on the Chitoe again, but... Wow. Mai's just holding on to so much value.
Yeah. 7 pins, fine.
Alright, 1-man is drawn. That does kill all of Rariol's weights. However, if Mai does draw the 5-man or the 5-pin, I do expect they'll deal in on the 4-man.
Yeah. Last round of draws here. Mercedes did hit Tenpai last turn. Dama went for the Riichi here.
Sugarichi has 1 6-0 left. Riichi Patsutsumo Haite? No. Unfortunately not.
Just Rurikyoku here.
Yeah.
And Mai losing their dealership. But fortunate in the end to not deal in. So East 2. Mercedes as a dealer here starts with 1 East in hand. Good shapes.
We've got some pretty ugly hands for Mai and Himiya, and then some pretty fast hands for Rariol and Mercedes. It's hard to see how Mai and Himiya catch up.
Yeah, these hands for Himiya and Mercedes is a lot faster. 8 pins a fantastic draw for Mercedes.
Yeah, exactly. Already Ishanten. No Dora yet, but as a dealer, you're never really going to be unhappy with it. Ooh, 3-man, very nice. Now here's an interesting one for you. Let's say the Mercedes draws the... Actually, no, never mind. There are no bad draws here. I just realized, yeah, that's a odd shape. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. All right, draws the 3-pin, Tenpai, 5-8-so, Reach Pinfu, Dora 1. Could be Dora 2 if they snap off the 5-so. That is an amazing hand for them to be holding.
Yep. Good potential here. Pretty decent dealer hand there. Goes at one of the 5-sos. 2 left in the wall.
Rariol inching towards Tenpai here. Won't be forced to throw out the 8-so if they get into Tenpai, which is quite nice for them.
Yep. They're able to incorporate both these 8-sos. So that is great for them. Mai also Ishanten?
Gives it up to not deal into the dealer. 8 so is drawn. That is interesting. 7 so gets cut. Keeps the Ishanten and also doesn't directly deal in. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is the... Well, I guess it's fortunate because in theory, if they had kept the 7 so, there would be Tenpai having to cut the 8 so. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that is one way of looking at it.
Yep. One so is drawn for Mai does actually put themselves into Ishanten, which will be quite interesting if they draw like the 5 pin here. Tenpai for Ariel, 6-9 pin wait. Riichi, Pinfu. Sorry, not even Pinfu, sorry. Riichi, maybe Tanya. They're lucky. Oh, 5 so is drawn, leaves 1 5 so in the wall for Mercedes. How many 6-9? There's not many 6-9 pins dead, are there?
Yeah, 3 6 pins still left in the wall, I believe.
Yeah, 3 6 pins, 1 9 pin. Wow, that weight's super live.
Yeah, and 3 to 1 chances on the Takame. Well, there goes one of them.
2 to 1 now. 4 Riichi sticks, Himiya and Mai just completely out of it. Oh, unfortunately, the 6 pin does get cut. Rario runs it. Riichi, Tanya out. No Urodara, but nothing to complain about.
Yeah, 4 sticks to scoop up is pretty good compensation as well.
Himiya and Mai are probably happy not to pay out Ryukaku payments either, so...
So... Couple interesting hands here.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, Mai with a more conventional, like, double Dora, kind of pretty shapes Pinfui kind of had. You got Himiya and Rario, who are probably going to pawn off their Yakuhai and just try to open it fast.
Yep. Yeah,
and then Mercedes' hand is, like, kind of hopeless, so they're just going for Hanetsu, which I fully support. Puts a lot of pressure on Mai to, like, not cut any Sozu.
Yeah. You've seen 3 straight Mansu cuts already, so you know something's up.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh. I don't think I like the 4-pin too much. It's just a nitpick, but like, you want to hide the suit you're going in Hanetsu for as long as possible. And like, it gives you like an extra call sometimes.
Yeah. I think... Yeah, I agree with you. Maybe going for this hard Hanetsu push is sort of where you want the hand to go. And I think holding onto the 2-3 months for now is just sort of... Yeah, I don't know. I guess you're hoping maybe you can grab the east or you can take the norths, but yeah.
Oh my gosh. The hand looks so good. Alright, Ishanten for Mai, Ishanten for Rario. Ishanten for Himiya. We got Ishantens everywhere.
We do.
So 2 so draw is interesting. Mai could choose either to get rid of the 1-4 pin or the 3 so. They do know their opponent is going for Sozu though. Do you choose to cut the 3 so? Rario cheese the 3-mon that comes out is now Tenpai 5-8 so. We see 6. There's only 2 left in the wall.
Interestingly, Mai had cut like an extra hanging tile and kept a pair of 2 so's last turn. They would have been Tenpai there, but Tenpai here anyway, so much better weight.
Yep, 1-4 so. 4 in the wall, not bad. Riichi, Pinfu, Dora 2. Interestingly, Rario cuts the... Oh my god.
So Pinfu, Dora 2. Ura makes Hanuman.
Oh, hits the Ura as well. Gets the...
Yeah, big Hanuman Sumo there for Mai.
Absolutely massive. Rario had a really interesting decision there. Because they were down to 4 tiles. And they chose to like break their Tenpai to not deal into the Ipatsu.
Yep.
Because they drew an Aka 5-pin. Which is really fun, which is really, interesting because like after you cut that one, you're just stuck most often. So sometimes people just like push because they're like, well, if I'm down here, I might as well keep going.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
not an easy decision at all. Yep. East 4, we have Himiya with the dealership. They've got 2 Easts in their hand.
Double
One
Dora.
social. Sorry?
They double door as well, yeah.
They do have double door. One actually gave us a pretty interesting pivot for Himiya to go to Honitsu if they want like a super greedy hand. I wonder if they'll.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want to like spook everybody. Sorry, go on.
No, you know, I think you might be right. Maybe just not wanting to free people out, wanting to cash in double East, double Dora, maybe. But yeah, it's going to be a very expensive hand for him, yeah.
Yeah. This is still going to be expensive if they win, to be honest. Like, 12 plays sneeze up. Pawn on Mercedes side. There is a Chi on my side. Looks like Mercedes and my are, determined to make sure Himiya doesn't have a dealership. Yep. One Mandraw, I believe, puts Wario into Ishan 10. Yep. Ishan 10 with a...
Ishan 10 for my, and Mercedes is 10 behind the 2 pins.
Oh no.
Which are now dead.
Which are now dead. Will Wario Riichi on the Forso, or will they Dharma and see if they can get anything better?
Chooses the Dharma.
Yeah. That's not even a Dharma, they're not tempo.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Oh, 4-man Khan. Khan, do it.
Khan.
Do it, please. Please do it. Do it. No.
No Khans.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
And your day is ruined.
My day is ruined. Tenpai for Himiya, waiting on the 7. Oh, 4 pin. Unfortunate. 2 pin gets dealt out. Deals into Mercedes for Hatsu Aka 2. This is a very fast time round so far, already in South.
Yeah, no repeats so far. And yeah, one Fugoku. So already into South round, yeah.
My opening up with a very nice hand. 2 completed shapes, 3 Dora. Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah.
Wow, this hand just gets better the more I look at it. All right, what's everyone else playing with? Himiya's not bad.
Yeah,
2 completed shapes, 2 Roundmans.
Yep, and a Dora as well.
Mm.
Probably the closest competition here for my descent.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, wow. Especially if she keeps drawing if they keep drawing like that. Wario, unfortunately, not playing with too much this hand, although that 6-man draw is nice.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, Mai just keeps drawing so well.
Yeah, this is. I mean, we've got the Sunman Chan shape. We've got the pairs, 2 pairs for now, but we can obviously flex this to something else.
Yeah.
Quanso
draw for Himiya puts him to a massive Ishan term. I think Mai and Himiya are just going to bump heads. It's almost inevitable.
It is definitely shaping up that way.
I think Mai is now in a trickier position because, like, unlike an East 1 where Mai had this super expensive hand and was probably going to push quite aggressively, Mai actually has some points to lose. So I wonder if they'll choose to take a more passive line. Or more aggressive one anyways.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? What would you do? Let's say you're Kamicha Riichi's, your dealer, you got 3 Dora, and you have to cut something super live to stay Ishan turn. What's your playstyle?
With
oh
this,
my god.
Yeah,
oh
this Khan. Yeah, obviously the electric Dora for me is massive. Yeah, if I'm in my situation here, in my Kamicha Riichi's, I think I push, to be honest, with dealing with 3 Dora. And the upsides of this.
Yeah, well now it's definitely a lot harder because they know their hand is expensive.
Yeah.
It's an interesting decision from Himiya to on that. Because it does actually kill some of their Ishanten. Now if they draw 3 6 mana, 1 4 pin, they can't wait on a Realman, they have to wait on a Tanku. Oh, my Tenpai, 1 4 7 pin if they choose to cut the 4 sir. They reach here. Wow, this could be massive.
4 pins are quite live. Oh, no.
Oh, 1 pin gets down, unfortunate, and that will be a painful deal. And reach parts Pinfu. Lots of Dora, lots of Akka. That's a Baimon.
That is a Baimon.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, Baimon directed is something very tough to swallow. I think my takes a very strong lead here. Starts off with another nice looking hand here.
Yep. Very aggressive from Mai to be reaching that hand, considering they had 4 Dora. It was already
It's a guaranteed
Dama
hunting one,
moment.
as it was.
Is it?
No, not quite. Sorry, my mistake.
On a
For-
sumo, definitely, but
Yeah,
on a Ron, it was
yeah, yeah, it
Mongon.
was Mongon, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I agree. Very aggressive Riichi, but pays off in this instance.
Yep. All right, moving on to the next hand. Mai wakes up with an amazing hand again. A9 so is the only real awkward part of it, but you can kind of like try to get rid of it, move towards a Tanya Pinfu. Looks like Mercedes is going for a Honitsu. Although
I think, yeah. So I thought as well at the beginning they're going for Honitsu here, but yeah, I'm not too sure because this could be more, but it's mostly with the 789 man's already sort of locked in. Feels like he's sort of take what Tenpai comes first.
Okay. Ooh, unfortunate Haku. Rariel. These are one of the hands that always like confuses me. Is I can't tell if it's good or not. I think it's good. It looks good.
Rariel's hand, yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good.
We can accept the door we've got already. Obviously, 2-so with a 3-so already is nice here.
Yep. Mai did just Tenpai now, but on the Pentron 7-so no Dora, they chose to cut the 9-so and try to get for something more aggressive. And we have Himia on our left here with a very nice Ishanten for... Oh wait, no, that's just Tenpai. Wait, is it? No.
No, it's Ishanten, yeah.
Am I blind?
3, 5,
Oh, yeah.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, one of those 5 pins I thought was a 4 pin. Yeah, Ishanten, not bad. Wonder if they'll call it or if they'll just... Oh wait, no, they have 3 Dora. Of course they'll call it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, always happy to open this hand as Himia.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Rariel Tenpai here as well, but with no Yaku at the moment.
No Yaku and no tiles left. They're just looking to upgrade if possible.
Yeah, probably hoping for like a 6 pin or a 3 pin.
Tenpai for Mercedes winning on the pay 8-so. And immediate Oikake Riichi on Rariel winning on the 4 pin, 5 pin. He's got 1 8-so left. 8 man gets drawn and Himiya reaches 3 pin. Good choice. Winning on the 2-so 5 pin.
Riichi Dora
And
3 maker.
pretty interesting. Mai instantly gives up, which is not bad instinct. But 9-so is not a bad way to continue if you really want to continue a hand. I guess being on 60k gives you the luxury of folding.
Yeah.
8-so gets drawn, kills the rest of Mercedes waits. I think we have... Oh no, everyone's dead.
Yeah, everyone is dead.
Alright, go to Ryukyoku, move on to South 2.
So yeah, my paying out 3,000 there, but still with a healthy lead at this stage.
My god, look at Mai's hand. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Mai's open here. Have a 2 Dora with a Hatsu pair. This can instantly be a very quick win here for Mai.
Yeah, Mercedes though has a pretty decent hand. 3.5 really nice blocks. and just some awkward Yakuhai that they'll probably be happy to get rid of.
Where is... Sorry, 1 sec.
No worries.
Updating the overlay.
Rarial's... Oh, what was that, sorry?
I was just updating the overlay, sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Rarial's hand here as well. Not too bad, but
It's
not as good as others.
yeah, it's just so cheap and so slow.
Mm.
It definitely looks prettier than it is.
Yeah.
And Himia on the left here. Yeah, not too great of a hand, unfortunately. Can't accept the Dora, but yeah. It seems more like Mai versus Mercedes in this hand.
Yeah.
Hatsu gets pawned by Mai. Mai is now Ishan 10, 4-man or 6-9 man. We'll get them into Tenpai. Tuso gets pawned by Rarial. 9-man is cheat. 4-man, wait, 2 or 4-mans left in the wall.
Yeah. So this Hatsu Dora 2 hand. Nice little continuation here for my.
Yep. Oh, Tuso, Rarial, can I expect the Khan? Certainly hope so. Ooh, 8-so draw, very good. Puts Mercedes into Ishan 10 as well. Mai chooses to cut the 5-man, gives them 1 more weight, as there's 1-1-man left in the wall. Rarial now waiting for 2 5-pin for what looks like Tanya only.
Yeah, Tanya only here for Rarial.
So-
Akadora.
Yeah. So we got 2 1-4-mans versus. Oh, I'm so bad at counting. 1, 2, 3, 3. 2 5-pins.
1,
2,
2,
2 5
3,
pins.
4. 2, yeah, 2. Correct.
2 left. Mercedes in a tough situation. Okay. 1-man gets drawn. Similar from Mai. 1k, 2k moves us along to South 3. Oh my god. Look at this.
This is an Itsu.
Yeah, this is flow. This is flow. This is just like, you know, it just starts coming to you. All the good tiles. Yep. Mai, not much to say. Very, very good shapes. Very efficient. Decently expensive hand. Mercedes not too bad. 1 Ryungmin, 1 Ryungkan, 1 completed shape. Just has some Yakuhai to offload. I think the only unfortunate part for Mercedes right now is it's not very expensive. But I think like what 2 Mangan Sumos would put them into 2nd place. Confidence.
2K, 4K. Yeah, that looks right.
No, I think. Oh wait, sorry. 12k, 10k, 22. Oh, it'll barely be off. Okay, never mind.
Just short. Yeah.
Just barely short. Oh my gosh. My now Ryungmin, Sanmin Chan, Ishan 10 if they choose to cut the 7-man. They choose to cut the 1-so, which is interesting because now they lose the ability to draw the 1-so or the 8-man for Tenpai. They get the 9-so, so the 4-7-pin Itsu Dora 1 player.
Yeah, step by in the 4-7-pin, which is 3 left on the wall.
Yep. Very quick Tenpai. Mai just taking it home. Rarial offered the 5-pin pawn, which they choose not to take. Not an easy decision for sure. They're currently what, Chi Toy 2 Shanten, but pawning the 5-pin doesn't really make them a much faster hand either.
No, it'd shift the hand to being some definitely a Tanya force and probably cause you to drop the Dora more often than not.
Yeah. I feel as though it's that you ever get that instinct where you're just like, this hand is so frustrating, I want to just call to make it go faster, even though like your brain is telling you no.
Yeah. You're like,
Sometimes I call those 5-pins just for that feeling.
Yeah, your brain tells you, oh, calling here has to be faster, right? And then you look at it, it's like, well, it's definitely not, but
if I can detach and look at it It's not faster, but
Mm.
you know, it's a human instinct of like agency, right? Where like when you do something, something's supposed to happen.
Yes.
Pawn on the chun from Mercedes.
One left in the wall,
Six.
I think.
Yeah, 9 star Chundora 1. Tempai here for Kimia. Going on the 4-7 mom. Riichi Dora 2 if they get there. There are
3 left?
4 left. 3 left?
1, 2,
One,
3,
two,
4, 5.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Interesting. Oh, 7 so cheat for Rariore does not want to give up their dealership. Has got some pretty dicey tiles to get there though, but
Yeah. Dora just
Cannot-
recently passed, luckily. Okay, now Tempai swap for Mercedes on the last remaining 8, so
oh, gets there.
Chundoro.
Chundora 1 Sumo. Gotta feel good. Wow, this has been a very, very fast hand. We get into South 4. Chun Anko here for Mai. Let me see. What do we have?
Timbia has a fairly fast hand, but no value.
Yeah, but you know, if you can keep your dealership, that's fine, right?
So they are 1,500 points behind second. So
But they can't like end the dealership, so they'll have to just win aggressively.
yes.
Mercedes is going for the Honitsu. I really like this. I think that this is the part of the season to be really greedy. Even if you don't get there, like this is like good play. Let me see. Rarial hand looks a little awkward, but
Yeah.
not much we can do with it.
Rarial's hand's gonna be quite slow, and with people like Mai who's happy to open you with the tuning pair, Mercedes calling, and you can get style.
Yep.
Just trying to figure out is Mercedes hand any better than non-Honitsu ever? We can pair up the West and the Hatsu. It's like maybe, but
they could con for 4 Dora. I don't think they shouldn't, but they can.
Yeah.
Himiya is in Tempai 1-4, so Riichi Pinfu. Very like deal up. Riichi is just provide a lot of pressure. 7-pin Tempai for Mercedes. Non Honitsu as you mentioned. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only one so left, but 3 7-pins?
Yeah, 3 7-pins still left in the wall.
Yeah. Pretty strong hand. Pretty strong.
And Mai just throwing over Junzi, just playing full safety.
Although, what do they do now?
Yeah. Freeman comes first.
Freeman didn't look particularly safe, I don't think. But I mean, I don't think they had much of a choice.
Yeah.
5-man Nagasugi 1 so gets Tsumoed. Himiya, Riichi, Tsumo, Pinfu. No Urdora, 1-3 all. Gets to keep their dealership and move on.
Yep, takes us to our second repeated dungeon.
Is that the second repeat or the first repeat of the Hanchan?
That is the second repeat. Mai had her their Baimon directed. On
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, how could I forget?
So Mai's hand here a little more slower. Mercedes can go another Honitsu hand here. Burial opens with 4 pairs, 2 Dora, and 3 Dora technically. Himiya with the pair of East's Dora acceptance already in the hand.
Yeah, Himiya will just want to pot and keep their dealership. Mercedes just wants that Honitsu. looks like Rariel is Ishante for Chitoy, and Mai is just along for the ride at this point.
Yep.
Ooh, 1-mon draw is not bad. Ton gets cut, gets pawned by Himiya. Okay, 7 so puts Mai into 2 Shanten, which is not so bad. A lot of awkward shapes to pull out though, which is not great, but... Well, actually, I don't have a but to that. It's just not great.
Yeah,
I think, like... trying to find an upside. The hand's just very slow. It's quite awkward. Because you don't want the dealers going to Rampage, so you kind of want to win, but also, like...
You don't want to overextend your hand and force the issue.
Exactly. Well, they're like going to try and go for like a pin through Dharma, but, you know, whether they actually get there or not is a completely different question.
Yeah. You're also not too unhappy if Mercedes wins, although with the Honda Silver Dora suit, it's a bit more scary than last hand, maybe.
Yeah, you're willing, like, I like this. Like, Mai's just cutting the Monzu. They don't really mind if Mercedes wins. Like, you probably don't want to deal in the final tile, but you know, just giving them some progress, you know?
Yeah.
You don't mind. 4-7-mon Tenpai for Himiya, waiting for Ton Dora 2. Then will be a pretty chunky one. 6-9-mon Tenpai. Oh, unfortunate. Yeah. 6-9-mon deals in. Mercedes wins. Haku Dora 1, 3900. Nice little point bump. Doesn't pull them out of last, but I think you try to get what you can get. You know, no point in losing 4.2 points. You're desperately trying to pull out of last place.
I did knock Himiya down to third, though.
Rary will be feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very
So
nice.
That's Mai in first place on 82.3, and everyone else is eating a loss of varying size.
Yeah. Big win for the Darkness Wanderers here. About 82 points to throw on what they already have.
Yes, go the Wanderers. Let's go.
Alright. Guess since that Hanchan went so quick, we're gonna have a look into what else is happening. I did have a request for table 4, and that was the last game to start. So I guess we'll put that up. Which is
whenever we used to get requested for tables, you would walk in and it would just be the most ridiculous thing you'd ever seen.
this was requested by Mura at the start of the game, so hopefully he didn't have any sort of psychic premonition.
Oh, it looks like Mai's gonna come in for an interview.
Okay. Sorry. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. You got a quick glance at the table though. So let me just pull open the replay and Cheese will get Mai. And sorry, you said, "Oh, Mai's not here," so I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess Mai's not coming."
Hello, Mai.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Very well played game for yourself there.
That was a game.
Yeah, I think like interesting game. Obviously, I think the big hand was the Baimon.
Yeah.
Any temptations to Dharma, given that you were already Mangan, or were you just like, nah?
Yeah. Yeah, I hesitate a little bit, but you know, it's also a little late, so it wasn't like a very straightforward Riichi. But then again, it's like three-sided weight. Also, you know, there is a Kang, so Ura's always tempting. You know, might guess I'll just go for it, right? And get rewarded.
Absolutely. Yeah. Any moments in particular that stand out to you that you think are interesting that you want to talk about?
I mean, got lots of pretty good hands this game. Honestly, felt pretty free.
Yeah, no, we noticed that probably until like South 3, I think all your hands just looked exceptionally fast.
Yeah. I mean, and feel like I played decently well that I was able to capitalize on my pretty good starting hands.
Yep.
So, no,
Yeah.
yeah, some that Baiman hand was like straight up illegal. Don't know what to say.
Yeah, I mean, it started good. You had free door already, and
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't the quickest hand to be converted, but it was pretty quick.
yeah, I kept drawing tiles, and it was also my dealership, so just things just lined up really well.
Yeah, agreed.
There are some awkward moments I think in East Round, like
there was this...
like the one where I had to force like a cheat way or something.
Yeah, like the very first
Yeah.
one. Yeah, the very first hand.
First one. Yeah, this was a little awkward, even though I had lots of Dora, couldn't really convert that to a Tenpai.
I think also the interesting thing was in South 4, it kind of did look like you were trying to give up tiles to Mercedes.
Yeah, I knew Mercedes was going for Hongitsu. We don't want dealer to get another repeat, so I was pretty okay with like feeding the 8-man here. It's like it also kind of makes sense in terms of my own shapes and don't really care about beating Wanzi at this point. You just want a game to end.
Did you have that sort of idea in the previous hand as well? I didn't pay close enough attention if you were discarding the Honitsu tile specifically. Because I think it was the early Riichi from Kamicha.
Yeah, for this hand, like I had a pretty decent hand with like 3 Anko, like not with an Anko Yakai, so like I could just call pretty much anything. But then dealer Riichi, that changes things a little bit. Then I was just gonna play more defensive at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, other than that, I think that... Yeah, other than the hands that we knocked at, I don't think there was anything too exceptional. Like, yeah, we just noticed a lot of your hands were just fast or had high value. We had this hand as well, South 3, where you had this chance to go for even more value, but you were just happy to just open as soon as you got the chance, really, to convert.
Like at this point, so far ahead that might as well just get the win, move on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for me. Jay, anything else you want to look at?
No, I would say it was a pretty orthodox game, all things considered.
Yeah.
Certainly no caster bias or anything, right?
No, there was definitely one caster bias. I can promise. Not even gonna pretend there wasn't.
Anyway, thanks for commentating.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for playing. Thanks for coming.
Congrats on the first.
All right.
Have a good night.
Y'all. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
All right. Let me just have a quick look to see where the status of the game is. So we still have that 4th game going.
Yeah, I think there's one more game still going.
Yeah, we have this game. Oops, sorry. To see where it's at. Oh, nope, it's already finished. Okay. Alrighty. So with that, we'll just have a quick look to see what has been put in. Cheese hasn't done any of it. Oh no, he has done it, except for the first game, which first table doesn't seem to have sent in their results yet. But that was the game we're just trying to look at, so I'm not sure. Anyway, so we see in table 3, we had a win from Tanya Sensation, a second from Riichi Fingers, a third from Puritan Double Reach, and a fourth from Dong Hong Kong. And on table 4, a win for Jace from 4 Geese, a second for Jankin Palm, a third for Turin Potato, and a fourth for Pin Fu Pals. just waiting to find out what happened to that last table, but
Wait, would you say that the name of the team under Furitan Double Riichi is?
it is Dong Hong Kong is the name they've asked to go by.
What does that mean?
I don't know. If it's a Hong
It's
Kong
like the-
thing, obviously I've got no idea. So
If someone can explain, that would be good.
here we are. The results just got posted here. So it was a win for Kohaku Rangers, a second for the Machi Machi Club, a third for Luck Shooters, and a fourth for Runs of Anarchy. So
Very nice.
all right, with that, we'll take a quick break here. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so with table 3, sorry. So have a break, stretch your legs, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Alrighty, we are back. I hope everyone had a nice and productive break. We'll be ready here with Hanchans 17, which I'm just going to quickly update the overlay for. But we'll be starting here with Jace in the east seat, Yoshi in the south seat, Unwise Owl in the west seat, and Tamago-san in the north seat.
Oh, what an adorable name. Tamago-san.
Tamago-san, yeah. Used to they up until this season, they would just go by Eggmoji, and then this season, I guess maybe they've had to renew the Tenno account. They've decided to go with Tamago-san instead. Oh, I did update that. Did I? Yeah. I did. So yeah, we have quite a few of the teams here towards both the top and the bottom of the table.
Oh, it's too early to call it. A few.
It is, yeah.
Everyone's got another 5 weeks?
Yeah, this marks, I think, exactly the halfway between the start and the end, because it's Hanchans 16.
Yeah, and especially with M-League rules, anything can happen.
Yes, exactly right. It has been very interesting, I think, at the top of the table, with the top 4, which has basically been changing the whole time, which has been very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, compared to last season where Riichi fingers just ran away with it very early.
It's always nice when it's a shuffling top part. No one feels safe. That's the important part.
Yes. Completely agree. And we start here with a very nice hand for our starting dealer, Jace.
Rick, that is a very, very, very good hand. Not so bad on Yosh. Actually, never mind. Take that back. There's like one good shape, and that's it. It's okay. Unwise Owl with a pretty good hand. You got a few Raumans, one completed shape, and Tamago-san not really doing too much. So Jace currently is ahead. However, things can change. They can change quite quickly. So
yes. Specifically with Jace's hand here, they're kind of lacking a block. Which could be the biggest thing that slows down the hand, at least in the short term. But yeah, Yoshi's hand, as you said, it looks nice, but it's actually pretty awkward. And then Unwise Owl's hand has got a lot of good stuff to work with here as well.
Yeah, not too much to say, to be honest. It's just gonna be interesting. We're just waiting for like interesting draws. I think the 6-0 cut is interesting. Yoshi's hand is a bit dire. And I think because of that, oh my gosh. Well, Jace, if you draw like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Pon 6-9, man. Alright. Haku, Dora 4, Henpai, 4 Jace. Everyone else is probably sweating bullets right now.
Yeah, your deal is just shown Mangan. And yeah. There's no way to know what the weight is. Tamago-san deals in.
Unfortunate for Tamago-san, 6-9 man does deal in, dealing into 12,000 points. Nice little bump for Jace at the start. My knowledge may be old, but a fun statistic for everyone is if you win a Mangan in East 1, your odds of coming first go up to 33%.
That is not a statistic I've heard, but it sounds about right. It's definitely
Remember a while ago someone ran the numbers on like historic Hanchans. And I like to quote it like it's fact, even when it very well could not.
That is
So,
the best
yeah.
thing to do with facts you've learned 5 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we open up to East 1-1. Jace has opened up with a very nice hand, 2 completed shapes, 2 pairs, very nice connectors. Yoshi with a pair of tons can try to end this hand quickly, but not much in the way of value. Unwise Owl with a pretty decent Ishant hand, very wide, not necessarily expensive. But a very wide Ishant hand already, and it's just a nice way to shut down. 6-0 is an amazing draw for you, for Jace. Chun gives Yoshi more ways to try and end this hand quickly. And Tamago-san has the Hatsu pair, but their hand is quite bad compared to the other players, unfortunately. So I think if they open up, they'll find themselves quite far behind. Not that they can really know that.
Yeah. Nah, and it feels like this is the kind of hand you're like, oh, well, I guess I'm opening and maybe I find a Dora.
Oh, speak of the devil.
There we go. There's a Dora.
Oh,
Wow.
Yoshi's hand just got very interesting. It just... I'm trying to think about if Yoshi's hand can be more expensive than 2K.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see it get more than that.
Yeah. Tenpai here for Jace, waiting on the 3-6 star. Riichi, Pinfu, Dora 2, another Mangan. 5 Man gets cheated by Yoshi. Yoshi determined to at least not have the Ipatsu, and they've got a pretty safe path to Tenpai here.
Yeah, I'm just sort of thinking like there was a world and maybe you could shift this entire hand to incorporate a Sanshoku as well for Yoshi, but yeah, not now, obviously.
Chun gets offered, and now Yoshi's got a decision. Are they actually going to push this hand or not? They do decide to push it. Cuts the 8, so... interesting. Maybe thinking that there are more tons in the wall. All the 7-stars are dead, but there are 2 easts in the wall. 1 east in the wall.
Okay, so yeah, there's actually a 0 east in the wall now. What first was discarded by Jace.
Oh, that's what was it.
Which
Okay,
is
yeah,
it was interesting because obviously it is safe against the deal of Riichi for Unwise Owl, but still unwilling to cut it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised by that. Looks like there are a few... well, Yoshi's probably more likely like Mawashiing a little bit to try and like find a Tenpai that doesn't involve them having to cut the Forso.
Yep.
Unwise Owl still is shown 10. Hand's a little bit more awkward now, but still got spirit.
Tamago-san also Ishanten for Chitoitsu. But with the or you could cut the Arca 5, so Arca 5 Man, sorry, which was the original Riichi. So it'll be a question of when does someone decide to fold outright, I think.
Forso gets cut, gives Yoshi a bit more space.
There goes Tamago-san's Forso.
There's a lot of 3-6-0s left. Like 2? Pretty good for how deep it is in the wall. Okay, Tenpai for Yoshi has to cut the 3-man though, which is kind of dicey.
Pretty unsafe.
Are they going to do it anyways? The greed is calling. Alright, no. Does not get greedy. Cuts the Forso. Remains relatively safe. Still can get into Tenpai. Drawing the 3-man and relying on the 7-so Suji if they trust it. Oh,
Hatsu is
Hatsu.
definitely alive.
Yeah, I don't think from Yoshi's perspective it looks quite suspicious.
Yep.
Alright, one draw left for Jace. 2 tiles left in the wall. Can they get there? No. Unfortunate. Ryukaku does maintain their dealership. Takes 1 KO from everyone. Not bad. Not bad. Moving us along to East 1, 2. A pretty ugly hand from Jace, unfortunately. Could be a Honitsu, but would have to get rid of the 7-8 so, which is kind of pretty. So they might just want to hopefully pair up one of these Hakuhatsu or Chuns and see what happens.
Yep.
For Yoshi, ugh, like what? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Distant 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's probably what I would build towards as well. Like it's your value out. 7-pin draw for One Zao is amazing. Puts them into Ishan 10. Which they may not even like. If they find something prettier, they may even cut the 1-2 man because it's so early.
Yep.
But 3 man would be a god draw right now. Alright, no, well, 3 man was the god draw. 3, 6, 9, so wait for Unwise Owl, Riichi, Pinfu, Dora 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 left in the wall.
5 left.
5 left? Oh, yep, 5 left. And with such an early Riichi,
What are these guys really gonna do?
like you could feasibly see Yoshi trying to cut like the 9 so's and.
Yeah. I think the only thing that's saving Yoshi right now is the hand is a bit hopeless. But yeah, tricky when you have no information.
Yep, 100%. Trying to work around these very early Riichis is very challenging.
1, 3, so it gets drawn. 4 left in the wall. Interesting. Non-draw gives Yoshi a Cheetoy out if they want, like 2-pin, 5-pin, 2-so. Be a pretty cheap Cheetoy, so I'm interested to know how far they'll push it if they get there.
Could feasibly see like a.
Oh, never
Nah,
mind.
they didn't answer come here. You could maybe see like a Cheetoy Dama. That's something I see some players do. They don't want to commit to something so cheap.
Oh, I mean, Dharma makes sense, but mostly just like, how many risky tiles are you cutting for Cheetoy only?
Like, you could maybe feasibly cut the 2-so into the Riichi Suji, but that's always risky as well.
Yeah. Tricky. It looks like they've just chosen to fold.
Yeah.
Now the 3-so gets drawn, puts 3 weights left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 3 weights left. Oh, hate being in Unwise Owl's position where you're just like, come on, let me win.
Come on, it's a Sanmenchan. What do you mean I can't find anything?
Yeah, it's a turn for Sanmenchan. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I guess none of the players really woke up with anything to compete against the Riichi wave. So
yeah.
people
Severman gets drawn and Tamago-san has decided to reach in the 5-8, so... Oh!
Of course. Of course!
Oh, reach a past Pinfu. There, Uradora, a neat little 3-9, but with all the bonuses in the middle, comes up to 7-5. I think Riichi was an interesting decision because, like, it was Unwise Owl's Genbutsu. So, like, and your hand was also, like, quite worthless. So, you could see someone just doubling to try and pick it off, but they did try to reach you and did get rewarded for it.
Yeah, no, worked out best for Tamago-san. Starts us into East 2 here finally for Yoshi. Pair of Dora an Arcadora to go with it. It's not a bad foundation to start off.
Mm.
The hand's a bit slow for now.
Yeah. Bit slow. Yeah, tricky one to commentate on. Because this one's definitely like plays quite directly. Like every player is just sort of gonna push forward.
Yep.
I think maybe interesting decisions are like, does Jace decide to open? Let's say they get offered a 7-man or a 5-pin. Or that. Or they draw into that. Yeah, do they decide that like this hand is worth opening? I think they almost certainly will now. 8-pin draw's really nice for Unwise Owl.
Yeah. Yeah, Jace is really the only one here with any sort of interesting decisions to make. I think everyone else is a bit stuck, just waiting on draws.
Yep. The Mahjong gods decide what you play sometimes.
Yeah.
You just you give yourself up to your fate.
Exactly right.
Oh, unfortunate. Draws the 5-man, would have been 10 if he kept the 1-man, cuts the 6-man now. Willing to go into Furry 10 for keep the Sun Minchan. 3-man draw, put Unwise Out into Ishan 10. They can just cut the Forso. I really like that decision. You're probably not often going to draw the Forso or the 2-man. So you do want to keep the safe Pinfu only. 8-pin draw is really good for Yoshi. Now they actually like have a chance at converting these 3 Dora into a hand. Yeah, 4-7, 4-6-0. Getting to a boiling point. Tenpai for Jace. 1-4-7-man Furry 10. Pinfu, maybe Tanya if they get the 4-7-man.
One left in the wall? No.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 left on the wall, right?
On the wall. Yeah, no, I was scanning for normal RAM and weight. Which is still wrong, but yeah. Yeah, no, it's good for Yoshi here. He was actually able to make use of the Arc of 5 cell as well, no matter what tempo they find here.
Yeah. I think I like how you're aggressive, like I think that you're gonna get into a very interesting situation when you're Yoshi, where like you got to decide if you're willing to give up your Mongan for a K10, and I think it's gonna happen pretty soon. Like,
yeah,
these. Oh, 7-man gets drawn. Riichi 3-6-0. Riichi Pinfu looks like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 left in the wall. 6 gets instantly drawn by Tamago-san, so Tamago-san's going to decide what they want to do.
There's surprisingly very little info from Unwise Owl for Riichi here.
Yeah, it is. Oh, 6-0. Unfortunately, Yoshi will deal into the Ipatsu. Yeah. Reach Ipatsu Pinfu. No, 3-9. Lose on the dealership.
Yeah, unlucky for Yoshi. Finding the Tenpai just after the Riichi from Unwise Owl. To start their first dealership here with 1 completed shape. Not much else going right now. Same can't be said for Tamago-san, whose hand looks pretty good early on here. 2 Ankos, but both of them with connect tiles. Oh, except for 3 pins, but they can be connected.
2 pins, a very nice draw for Jace. 2 Shan 10, probably a very pretty. It looks like a very pretty 2 Shan 10. Interesting. So, okay. Tamago-san's hand is good, but what I'm wondering is if they'll call it if they get offered a 6-0. It is fast enough to do so, but it's also so efficient. And this is like relatively early enough that like you sometimes just skip if you decide that you want to be greedy. Like early rounds are a nice chance to be greedy. It depends on playstyle. Some people like to keep it closed or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
One
yeah.
draw. 5. 2-man is an interesting cut on a 1-man draw. I guess they're going for the Tanyao. They lose Pinfu chances now.
I feel like they may be hoping to find a Sananko out of the hand. At the minimum. So they probably will not be seeing a call, at least maybe once it gets later. If I haven't found
Draw the
it.
7th there, hope a Sananko.
Yeah. But at that point, you've already got Tanya Dora too as well. It's not a bad hand, really. Tenpai.
Oh, Tenpai. 3-6 mum. Riichi Fedora 1. Bread and butter.
2 6-mans just immediately drawn, so we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 left in the wall.
A singular 3-man on the wall.
And there it is.
Never mind. Never mind. So, Jay says 0 tiles left.
Tamako did draw the 7.
Yeah. Hamago did draw the 7, so the Swanko chances are happening. Oh, never mind.
Yep.
Toy Toy Sananko Tanya Dora 3. Let's see. They've only got the 7 stars as well, so they have to Takame it. They have to get there. If they're gonna Sumo, it's gonna be on the Dora.
Yeah, which are both live. Yeah.
Yeah. This is what I love about commentating Mahjong. Because like when you're sitting at this Jace, you're like, oh come on, Roundman, my hand is so good. And then you watch from this from the dealer perspective, and you're like, wow, you are screwed.
Yeah, it's just completely dead. You have no idea.
Yep.
Yeah, no commentating.
This is why sometimes you gotta make sure to not feel too secure with Roundmans. That's what I have to tell myself quite often.
It's really easy to fall into that mindset, for sure. Oh. It's K10, and it's gonna deal in.
Oh. This one deals in. Riichi Pinfu Dora 1. No row.
So yeah, unfortunately that Baiman hand from Tamago not materializing. Does start their dealership with a nice hand here though.
I think Tamago's hand here is quite interesting because it's also very likely to be cheap unless you're willing to be very slow.
Yes.
And as a dealer, you're not really incentivized to be slow. So, I guess what? Hope you draw the Hatsu. Oh, 9 so. You got the 2-man here?
Yeah, 2 months go.
I might be mistaken. I think if they draw maybe like a... I don't know. Alright, they'll do it. Okay. Never mind. They hang. Let's see.
What do? You can turn this into a chanter as well.
No, Chanta on this, so let's go.
The 2 months.
It's okay, you gotta hold the faith. You gotta hold the faith.
Yeah, just take a quick look at the rest of the table. I did notice Unwise is how they're starting with a lot of Pinzu tiles, but unlikely to go full Chinitsu, I think.
Yeah, I think 4-5-6 man would be quite crazy for them to cut.
Yeah. Jason's yeah, that's the one.
Oh, come on. Menhon Chanta Dora 3. You know the cheating Mahjong movies where like they've got a hand that's completely rigged? I want to see one.
Yeah. That is the kind of hand you do see from that, isn't it? Yeah, this disgusting.
Yeah. Also, the wall was cut on their side as well, so they were like switching tiles. The wall in front of them.
Yeah.
It's like, how did they do it? How did they get there? Oh damn! I thought it was a ton for a second. I was so
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so excited now. 7-star. Put Jace into Ishan 10. 6 spin is a bit of an awkward weight though. So I definitely want to draw it if possible. I think also Jace may cut the 5-7 pin to avoid cutting Sozu. Especially because they just don't want to deal into the dealer for something massive, and they also don't want to offload Sozu that's free. So they may decide to cut the 5-7 pin. No, they reach on the 6 pin. I'm mistaken. Please ignore me.
I definitely think it was something to consider. You see the dealer doing something very suspicious to your left.
And also, like you just don't want to catch a falling knife, right? Like you have no optionality at this point. You're forced to deal in if.
And it's a Hanchans 6 pin.
Yeah, and I think like also 6 gives you really pretty like tempis if you're willing to cut the 7 pin. Like there's a lot of just like almost every Sozu.
Of course, if you're gonna draw it anyway, you just
just gets
really
there.
matter.
Like it doesn't. If you just draw it, you don't even think about it too much.
Also found the Ura to turn it into a Mangan.
Very nice.
So ends the East round. Opens up in South round. South one with a pair of Ton. With a Dora with quite a few pairs.
Could be going for Chitoy.
And could go a couple different ways for Jace. Yoshi to our right is already Ishan 10.
Oh, what a beautiful tempo.
Yep.
Perfect. 2 5-man, Riichi Dora 2. Maybe Ipeiko if they get the 5-man off.
More 5 months and 2 months left. No, it's
Barely.
never mind.
Oh, right, yeah. Alright, 1 5-man drawn on this side. Put 3 weights left on the wall. Would have been a Chitoy Shantan if they didn't get rid of the pawns, but I think the dealer just wants to stay safe here.
Yeah, I believe so. You've got 50,000 points here as Jace. It is usually enough to win a Hanjan off.
1-man draw. Put Unwise out into Ishan 10. They do have to kind of deal fairly live tiles, unfortunately, if they want to go for this. 7-man puts them into Tempai. Very awkward Tempai, either a Tanki or a Penchan. Cuts the 1 pin, probably trying to improve. Pei did get drawn, so Jay's now back to Ishan 10, Chitoy Dora 2. And they're just playing safe, alright.
Yeah, just playing safe. Not willing to cut these middle Manzu tiles.
Strong Tempai for Unwise 5-sided free turn. Okay, they did decide to take the free turn weight. 3, 6, 9, 5, 8, so. I can't count how many there are, to be honest.
This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 16. So that would be 4 left? No, I'm not sure.
I'll take your word for it. Look, it's just a number of tiles left that are not as good because of Tamago-san's like string of Sozu.
Yeah.
Tamago-san, he's the 2 pin. 5-man gets sumoed by I forgot who was on our right.
Yoshi.
Yep. For Riichi, Tsumo, Ipeiko, Dora. Very nice manga, moves us along to South 2. Anything interesting here? Jace with a Chun pair, always interesting.
Yep, Chun pair, one hanging Dora, which comes out straight away. Oh no, that's not Dora, that is the north next to the Dora.
Yep.
Tamako-san starting with 2 of the Dora though, and a Seat Wind has a potential to open up for a sized hand here, perhaps.
6-1 draw is very nice from Wise Owl, puts them into Ishan 10 already.
Yeah. Have to see if they want to keep the Dora or are happy to throw that for their Tenpai.
Interested if they draw the 2-mon, will they cut the 1 pin and go Dora Tanki?
Exactly. The
Probably.
West Wind Doras, you can sometimes see people do that because people just don't use them as often. But
Yeah.
not anymore.
Oh, not anymore. Shah gets pawned on Wise Owl. Will now know that they didn't have a hope to begin with, and cut it. Hamago-san is currently 2 Shantan.
Yep.
Haku gets pawned, and Yoshi's just hardlining it for the Honetsu.
Yeah, the hand was a bit slow to start with. This is probably the best chance they had. They've still got these 4 unconnected Yakuhai tiles.
Yeah. Surprised that Jace is still cutting Sozu. They did have a line where they cut the 2 4-mon and try not to give out Miho Sozu to the dealer. But that does come with its own sort of monkey's paw, because like less of the tiles you need to get into Tenpai are actually available to you.
Yeah.
And also you can't really pawn for Tenpai, so you know, fair enough. Unwise Owl gets into Tenpai, 2-mon Kanshan, Riichi Dora 1, gets cheated by Tamago-san, who is still Ishan 10 for Sha Dora 3.
Yeah, two mons left in the war here for Unwise Owl. There's a chance that Tamago-san also ends up waiting on a 2-mon, so there would be a Tamahanid, unless it's for some reason not sumoed by Unwise Owl. We did see Yoshi is chosen to hold on to these Pinzu tiles, since they were not safe.
They can still get into Tenpai as well, so
Yeah.
understandable. 5 so I believe puts them into Tenpai. If they take it, they will need to cut the 7 so. Oh, sorry, 1 so. Yep, that makes more sense. Yep. So it cuts the 7 1 so 7 pin Kanshan Haku only. We'll probably play this quite aggressively to maintain their dealership. Is like otherwise they have a very, very rough chance getting first. Very nice 7 pin deal in for Yoshi, puts us into South 2. 1 repeat. Pretty hand for Yoshi. 1 completed shape, a few Realmans, 1 Pinchan. It's okay. It's cheap, but you got connectors.
Yep.
The 4 so looking around, I think Tamago-san's hand is okay. Everyone's hand is just mediocre.
Yeah, it's very average starting hands for everyone here. I think Yoshi's maybe got the best of it.
Yeah, it's mediocre Monday over here. Everyone's like, yep, I am 3 Shantan from a 3,900 point hand. Not 4 Shantan, something like that. You know, everyone's just moving slowly, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, no one can really open as well unless Jace pairs up the Yakuhai tiles here, because everyone's cutting away the salves, the Chuns. So, it's gonna be a bit of a slow hand unless someone draws exceptionally quickly. This makes a 4th pair for Unwise Out. 4-pin slots into a Kanchan shape here for Tamago. Cuts the 4-so. Which was Dora. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one.
Yeah. The hand's just so cheap that it's like, I don't really think you want to be cutting Dora. Like, yeah, I would even support something like a 7-so cut. You just force yourself to use the Dora and give yourself a bit of time to draw into it.
Yeah. I guess it is. We're moving towards the Tenpai here now, but it's what? Riichi Pinfu.
Yeah, reach Pinfu.
And you're on, you're last as it is. But, it's like very hard to even get a Tanya out into this hand.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed.
So we did see Unwise out uncle up both the 2-pins and the 9-sos here.
Oh, Aka 5-man draw is quite nice. Gives them much needed value. Waiting on 5-8-so for reach Pinfu draw 1. 3 left on the wall. 7-so draw.
It's a little awkward here because if Yoshi wants to keep the dealership of this dealership,
no, they can cut the 6-so.
they
draw a
cut
6-1.
They can cut the 6-so. They also draw either a 5 or 7, so they can cut the 6-man. No, I thought those were both 2-mans. I thought they were Chitoi Shantan as well. Never mind.
They didn't even cut the 5-man. They're getting rid of the Ishanten and to play a bit safer. Oh, 5-so puts 3 left in the, or 2 left in the wall.
Yeah, this is probably gonna be a fold for Jace, I imagine, entirely from here. Having already cut away the 2-man. Pins. Yeah, it's just playing for safety here.
I think a more interesting decision is on Yoshi's court right now.
Yep.
What do they decide that they think is best? They gave up a Tenpai on the Kanchan 8-man. Now it is Furry 10. I'm not supposing that it's a good one, but I think they're giving up their dealership quite light here. They know that their opponent has cut the 4-so, so it's probably not as expensive as they expected. Oh, that's not true, sorry.
Well, they're about to find out.
Yep. Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah,
Heals
so
into a Mahjong.
Tamago's hand, which was shaping it to be Riichi Pinfu, turned into a Mangan in the end.
Yeah. But like I think in the end you've got to like choose your direction. Like, are you gonna play aggressively for your dealership or not? And I think like if you're not playing aggressively for your dealership, like 8-so is quite a risky cut. So I think like I'm a bigger supporter of them having like just played their hand aggressively, like just gone entirely in for it.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree.
Didn't even have time to process what just happened. All right, my bad. All right, double Riichi.
Double Riichi, the Ipatsu was cut, and that caused the sumo. So it was a Mangan in the end.
All right, and now we're in South 4. Cool. So Jace is the one to catch on 44.9. Yoshi's not really in the running for first place unless they get a Hanuman direct hit on Jace. And their hand is a bit... Oh, he could get there.
Yeah, we've got Dora acceptance with Nakadora. We have any PK chance?
But like, Jace is quite likely to play this as safe as they can. Go for some open Yaku and try not to deal into a Hanuman. So
yeah, Jace's hand here can very easily just be like a Dama Pinfu.
Yeah.
Just end the Hanchan. You're not really it's not going to be much more expensive than that at any point, really. So you're probably happy just to end the Hanchan here.
Yep. Oh, 5-so draw for Tamago-san. Tamago-san's hand is getting quite heavy.
Yeah, so they started with the Aka 5-so double Dora. They've hold on to the south to try and pair it up and hopefully open. That does cut it now. It's good value, but it's very slow.
Yes, I could not agree more. Tamago-san cutting the 7 mark. Okay, yeah, I see what it comes.
So yeah, Tamago-san, at the very least, second well within reach, but you're also within reach of fourth. So yeah, second, third, and fourth all have something to play for in this. Okay, in this hand specifically. Tamago drawing another Dora here.
The hand gets heavier and slower. It's like ridiculous.
So they cut away the 9-1, which was probably useless, but the 5-so doesn't really do much for speeding up the hand at this stage.
5-pin draw for Yoshi. Could get Nipeiko. It's just generally nice to have an extra pair. Cuts it back though. Preferring to keep the Shah. 4-pin draw is very good for Tamago-san. Gives the hand much needed speed.
Alright, and looks like Unwise Al here wants a 789 Sun Shoku. Did have their last dealership forcibly taken away from them in a cruel manner.
That was a very, very cruel manner. Yeah, this is why I didn't like the 5-pin draw. You're now just getting rid of Dora sometimes. Like you should be cutting 6-pin if you're not cutting, if you don't want to keep the extra pair.
Yeah, and as you said, now the 5-pin's gone.
Yeah.
Your value's very bad now.
Yeah. And I think you've almost you've almost lost your Gyak 10 hand, right? Like if you Ipeiko Dora.
Yep.
Like there was a line here that like Jace steals into a Hanemon, but this hand's very difficult for it to be a Hanemon now.
So perhaps Yoshi was content just holding onto the second, maybe. But yeah, I mean, you had the hand for the Gyakujan. I would have liked to have seen the attempt. And yeah, here we have Tempai in the 5-8, so yeah, for a currently Pinfu Dora 1.
Oh,
maybe
6-so.
Ipeiko.
Oh.
And yeah, Tamago's hand here, again, it has this incredible potential value, but we're already
It's just so late.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the 3rd row. There's still 2 Shanten. It's like kind of depressing.
Yeah, exactly. As you said earlier, you don't want these slow hands as dealer. You want something that you can just make the rest of the table be like, oh crap, dealer's fast. I need a rush. 6 months here is interesting for Yoshi.
Yeah, Yoshi now will Riichi going for the Tanya as well. And I think Tamago-san has actually kind of looped around to now not really being able to retain the dealership.
Yep.
I think it was an interesting decision to pawn the 9-so sometimes and just go for K10 and not be too obsessed with this hand. But I don't think they can do anything from this point onwards. They are 2 Shanten with 2 draws left.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they'll give it up.
You didn't really even have a chance with Yoshi's Riichi here because Yoshi hasn't cut any Sozu himself. So no one's going to be cutting any Sozu here. So you've got no chance to catch up. And yeah, this Hanchan's just going to fizzle to an ending here.
Yep. Alright, we end with the Ryukyoku. Yoshi gates 1,000 points all, securing Jace's first place.
Yes, Tamago-san retains the 3rd, and Wazal ends up in 4th. So altogether, well played defense there by Jace.
Yep, definitely. Oh, if you look at the logs, someone won a 94-point first place.
Yeah, so just quickly looking at the rest of the tables here. In our, let me just pull up the stats here for the stream. We could see the scores haven't been put in yet, actually. But on the, which table is this? This is the second table? No, it's not. It's the. Why am I blind? It's the first table. First table. So I was looking for the gym. I just could not find it. The gym here for Kaku Rangers put out a 94.9 point first place here for Kohaku. Ruril in second, Nubel in third, Nikusa in fourth, and then elsewhere we see a win for Pigyo, a second for Janken Pom, a third for Chitoitsu Sanbaiman, and a fourth for Janken Run. We have one more game going. I'll just check.
Do we know if Jace is going to come in for?
Yeah, I was just going to double make sure.
Not sure what their Discord name is.
Is it Jace?
Jace 4187.
Yep. If not, we'll just grab that last table if it's still going.
Let's just dip into it, and if Jace responds, we'll jump out and do the interview.
Sure thing.
Alrighty. Oh my god.
Not one of these.
There
There it is.
Those do indeed over. Apologies, you may hear a chair moving as my laptop is almost running out of battery.
Oh.
Gotta move to where the power is. Oh my god, there's still an East 4.
So I do think the table started a little bit late, but obviously
I don't think it's so late that they should still be.
It was like 2 or 3 minutes late at most. So yeah, this has obviously been a game with a bit of history. See FSN in first on 46k, Viking in second on 33.9, Euro in third on 14k, and Aniteku in fourth on 6.1.
Coming into a pretty nice looking hand here for FZS. May just keep going with their winning streak. Chun Pon here for the King wants to just maintain the dealership. Maybe gets a Chanta as well. If they draw very well. 4-pin draw is very nice for Mura. A 7-pin Chi puts was it Aniteku?
Aniteku, yeah.
Anyao Sanshoku Tenpai.
Yes. Couple interesting hands here as we are in the second row, the end of the second row more or less.
Seven Star gets cut from FZS. I guess because the 2 Star was okay. 5 Star gets similar. Sanchoku Tanyao 501k from Aniteku as we move to South 1.
Yeah, no, FZS's hand there was quite interesting because they had a lot of shapes. Ends up cutting the 7 so as you said. Because the 2 So's weren't looking too good. But yeah, brings us into South round for this table. So both Miura and Aniteku here will be looking to try and go a bit on their dealerships. Starting with Miura, starts with an Anko with the Norths, as an Akadora, has Dora Acceptance. It's not too bad, but yeah, Aniteku able to open up with the Hatsu. And it's very little value.
Pawn does get pawned. cutting the former, leaving themselves the Honitsu out for a bit of greed.
Probably, like, unless you're able to get some Khans and flip some extra doors, probably really the only extra value you get out of the hand. Yeah, with the 4, 5, 6 pin, like, you can't even think of it like a chant or anything like that. You just kind of have to full push the Honitsu here. Well, there is a Khan.
Oh my god!
There is a door free.
There's the value. Found it. Value attained.
Alright, so a Fremont here for FZS is actually insane. You can commit to Itsu if you want, but it leaves you with pretty much a guaranteed awkward senpai.
Yeah. They may want to do it just because they now know that like Aniteku's got a manga minimum and they want like open Yaku.
Yeah, for sure.
See what they choose to do. They did cut the 7 man, which does leave them the chance to like open wait on the 5, so no weird Altozuke things.
Yeah. So otherwise, so the king's hand here, we do see this
Tenpai for FZS, waiting on the 2-5 man. Pinfu Riichi. Surprised they actually Riichi this, considering how far they're ahead and how dangerous Aniteku's looking. But they probably just want to hit that
the Ura.
hit that juicy Uradora, yeah.
And with Aniteku, I guess with Aniteku's 2 calls here, you know they're pushing anything.
Yeah.
So I guess there's that value.
Yeah, the king as well, 4-7 pin Tenpai. Aniteku draws the 2 man. Now, will they cut the Sha? Yep, just to stay safe for a turn. Very likely Aniteku will just cut the 2 man if they Tenpai on somewhere else, but they may just draw into the 2 man, which would be quite nice for them.
1 pin maybe here. 2 early 2 pin cuts.
I don't think we can call that 2 pin from the king very
it's
early.
It's not very early, but yeah. Because with the 5,
nice.
which is safe. Not 9.
Yeah. 5 man sumo from FZS, reached sumo Pinfu 7-1-3. No Uradora, but hey, they won. That's the important part.
Yep.
Alright, moving on to South 2. Nothing looks particularly interesting. I don't know if I'm missing anything.
Nah, not really. It's all fairly, again, draw dependent. No one can particularly open at this stage. Early, at least.
Yeah. Dealer probably has the best hand. I say that quite cautiously, because everyone's hand here is quite poor.
Yeah. You know, the dealer has 3 pairs technically right now, but the 3 pin 4 pins can obviously be turned into Ryomans. They've got a Penchan. It's kind of bad, but it's also the best of what's on offer really early. 5 man being the Dora, we see 1 currently. But it's nice and central, so we'll see people hold on to middle Manzu for a while, I imagine. Unless they find an earlier Tenpai possibility. Fourth pair for Aniteku. Hold on to it for now for the potential Chitoitsu swap.
Oh, Chitoi with this hand would just feel so bad.
Yes, I 100% agree. Unless
Unless that, I guess.
That's a good start. Chitoitsu Dora free. I was just saying maybe if you could find a pair of 7 pins and then you can start having dreams, but yeah, nah. That's an alright find too. So it could be Chitoitsu Tanya Dora free, something like that.
Chitoi 2 Shanten here for Muro. Interesting 7 surge off for Annie Teku. Now they're going to decide. They've got to make decisions now.
Yes.
Like, where's his hand going?
Does cut away a Riaman. Or the Riaman, I guess. Okay, so that was a 3-mon and a 6-mon back-to-back draws for the king here. Does put them into Tenpai at the moment with Nayaku. If they were to Riichi, it would be Riichi Dora 2. For what it's worth, there is 1 free so left in the wall. But since it's free so, it comes right away. Oh, okay, well, we tried. It does end up Sumagiring Riichi here.
Annie Teku is pushing quite hard for the dealership. I do like this play. I think you have to.
Yes.
You have to be quite aggressive here.
Yep, I totally agree. Unfortunately, again, all the hands were quite slow to begin with, so now you're just forced to open for this Tanya Nami.
1 free so left in the wall. FCS also with interesting decisions. Does cut the 1-mon because Annie Teku kind of opens the way there. Very, very wide Ishanten here for FCS.
Yes. Multiple tiles here can get you to... You do have the lead, so you're not stressed about having just to pass the dealership here as well. But would be nice to convert the hand. There is the last 3
Oh, Annie Teku does draw the last 3, so... Avoids it for now, cuts the 4-pin. I guess maybe they're folding.
Yeah, free so obviously, I think anything 5 so and down looks pretty bad right now, or 4 so and down looks pretty bad against this Riichi. Against the table in general, really, but 10 can find its way back into Tenpai, but it'll probably be
Cuts the 8-pin. Guess they don't really see it worth risking dealing into 2nd place as 1st place.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, okay, they might even be able to get back into Tenpai. 369 mon.
Eight mon goes here.
Yeah, seems like they're giving up. 6-pin gets pawned. Annie Teku really pushing for any hope that they can get into Tenpai. These are the kind of plays you need to be doing. I quite like this.
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, it doesn't pan out here. No Khan available. Silly rule set.
Alright, and then we go into Ryukaku with V King in 31 Tenpai, moving into South 3. FCS has a bit of a buffer between them and V King, but they probably also don't want to give V King an easy way to get 1st place.
No. So we have a 15k buffer right now. And obviously that's very easily to be reduced in a South 4 dealership if the King's able to pull off even a single Mongon. So you'd ideally at least want to win an additional hand here as FZS. This hand has the possibility to do it for sure.
Oh, wow, that was a good draw. That's a very, very good draw. Yep. 7-mon is also an extremely good draw.
Yep, 7-mon would be beautiful. Not anymore. But we do have...
Oh, interesting. Where are they going with this? Honetsu?
Yeah, Honitsu or Toy Toy.
Toy Toy. Wait, I'm not melting, right? Like,
I mean,
what's the option?
it has to be Toy Toy. No,
Sancho Kudoko?
no, it's not Shokudoko.
Oh, it kind of seems like they're going for Sancho Kudoko.
Yeah.
It's dead, but you know.
It is dead, unfortunately.
Okay, I wasn't quite aggressive. I guess they're going for Toy Toy only. Maybe Toy Toy Dora 1 if they can get the 5 mon.
Yeah, so hopefully they don't zero in on the Doko chance here and cut the Aka 5 mon.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, they would just be met with sadness.
Sadness and sorrow.
The king here hand is already now Ishanten.
FCS's hand is also in Ishanten. They are unwilling to cut the chun and makes a lot of sense. Probably
Yes.
going to try and find a way to force in like a chun tanki.
We're also
not.
Ishanten, actually. That is still Ishanten for the king, I think, but it's a much nicer Ishanten, but you would lose your Peiko chance. No, it is Tempai. I'm blind as hell.
Tempo. Yeah, 4, 7 man. Riichi, Tanya, Pinfu, Sanshoku, Takame. Lot of weights left. There's like 5 left. What do you do here as FCS? I guess yeah, you cut the Genbutsu, but it doesn't really feel good.
No.
Especially if the king summons a big hand. All of a sudden you're like, your first place is just not looking as...
No, you're in a very big fight in Southall if you don't at least take this hand to Rikoku here. At the minimum. So it cuts the Genbutsu, and I mean that's just completely broken up one of your blocks.
Aniteku is also in a very awkward situation. They're just like their hand is so small that they almost force the push.
Yeah. You're in last, your hand is already, you know, it's limited to what, Toy Toy? Maybe Dora 1. You've got 5 tiles in hand when you draw. It's exactly what we were talking about before, where you kind of like to see people push in a situation regardless, because defense is just almost impossible. Tempai is offered here, but it is passed on the Genbutsu 2-pin.
Guess they didn't really want to cut the Aka 5 mon for no Yaku Tempai.
This weight is still very live. We've got a full row of discards and not a single one got drawn. There's our first.
There's the wall. The wall's just loaded, and
Yeah.
just can't get there.
Still 4 left in the wall.
Jeez. So many Takame are left.
Yep.
Half. Jeez. Oh my god. All right. 3 left. 1 draw left.
There it is.
Oh god. Oh. Oh.
Riichi
Takame,
Pinfu Sanshoku Tanyao will be a Hanuman and is the Gyakuten hand for the king.
For the Baimon, but that will launch them straight into first place. And now FCS needs to catch up.
Yeah, so FCS now 4.4k behind.
So 4.4k, that's a 1k, 2k sumo will get you there. 2-6 direct hit will also get you there. They've got 2 Dora in their hands, so they've got a lot of the ingredients. The missing ingredient is speed, fortunately.
Yes. Yeah, once again, the hand doesn't really lend itself to being opened at this stage. You're gonna have to, you have to full read a Tanya or pair up these Chuns or pair up these Norths or something. They don't know it, but time is going to be very quick. The king started with a very quick hand, obviously opening up with the east immediately. The king's hand should be limited to pretty much east or one. Does widen the gap still, especially on a sumo, but you don't really want the gap to get wider for FZS to have the chance at regaining the lead.
Nice 8-pin draw for the king. Makes the Ishanten really wide here.
So I guess it is interesting to look at the fact that third and fourth are also quite close in points here. There is Tempai for the king.
3, 6, 9 pin on Dora 1 Tempai for the king. Yeah. Only person who's really conceivably catching up here is Mura.
Yeah, and even still, it requires the Hatsu to probably. Sorry, Haku rather. And it's gonna be really hard.
They're even willing to on the Haku and risk it, right? Because they're not really ever going to get out of third place, and they risk getting into fourth place by over dealing in. So
yes,
they may choose to play it extraordinarily safer and break Tempais earlier if they get to it. 6-pin does get dealt, deals into the king. I disconnected. Hello?
No, you're not. You're not here. Sorry.
Oh, you did pass the win. Oh my god.
Why would you pass the win?
Are they gonna pass their sumo? No.
Maybe they did. Maybe they got a bit of lag and their clocks has run out.
No, I'm actually thinking they wanted to let go of their dealership. So they just wanted to go to Ryukaku, maybe?
Yeah.
And then when they sumo, they thought it gave them enough space between them and FCS to... Yeah, I that's the only really thing I can think of.
Yeah, I mean that is the only thing that came to mind for me as well. I guess I guess the interesting question is why did you call in the first place? But maybe your idea changed mid hand and you just like you said, just willing to give up the dealership.
Yeah, sometimes it's sometimes you change your mind. So I mean.
Apparently, he did ask Rune if Southall ends on dealer win or not. So might have just been trying to verify the rules, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough then. Alright, well, going into South for 1 repeat, 8,400 points separate FZS and the King. That puts it at you need a Mangan sumo or Chitoi Dora sumo or something like that as FCS. In terms of the other players, pretty interesting hand here for Mura and Aniketeku. Aniteku's hand is probably a lot scarier than Mura's, but Mura's is very a lot closer to being complete. Early Tempai here for the King, waiting on the 5-8, so no Riichi, as they have a Haku Anko.
Yep, no need to Riichi and risk dealing into FZS here?
While it's certainly a risk, like a big thing you're thinking about when you're first place South 4 is creating space. And the problem is if you like win this hand, like just a 2k run, you don't actually create a significant amount of space between you and second place.
Yes.
So I think there is an angle where you Riichi. It's just so early, you put a lot of pressure on the people around you.
Yeah, no,
You
I
just gotta
agree as
win.
well.
Just win more, right? Like you're early enough in the season that you can just be greedy and like do what you think is the highest EV play.
You're not too worried, I guess, specifically about, you know, your team placement over other teams specifically. You're just trying to go for points. So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can understand that side of the equation too, where yeah, you just Riichi and make them play around your Riichi.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be terrified.
And you're just allowing things like this where now FZS is just thinking about catching up. We've got some very nice shapes to work for FZS. We've got a Dora. We have a very nice shape to Shanten here.
Yeah, they got 2 Dora, they've got infinite Peko chances. Riichi here for Mura, 2-5 pin. No Dora, but they've got the Khan. They've got access to Ura. I think if you're, well, maybe not. FCS really does like have an angle here to just run it down. Like almost no hand you deal into loses you second place.
Yep.
That being said, if you think that you're like way too behind, like perhaps you don't run it down. But well, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Tenpai here for Aniteku.
Tenpai here for Aniteku does deal in on the 5 pin. For Riichi Ura 3900. Puts our Hanchan to an end with the king in first place.
Yep, very nicely played. Hanchan here for the king. That big Gyakuten in South 3. And that big making the difference there. Yeah, and so with that, we have come to an end of the games tonight. I'll just quickly pop open the standings here. So we can see with that big win from Kohaku Rangers, they have extended their lead here a little bit, but Tanya Sensation didn't let them get too far ahead with some nicely played games for themselves. We see the top 4 continue to shuffle around. In general,
Yep. Looks like the break even is almost directly at around 0 right now with I can't read that name.
Chitoitsu Sanbaimon.
Chitotsu Sanbaimon.
Yep, and Dong Hong Kong.
Minus 1.8.
Yep. So yeah, we will be back tomorrow night. We have run a bit extra tonight watching that last game, but hope it was worth it for everybody. Thanks for joining me tonight, Joe.
No worries. Thanks for having me on.
Not a problem at all. Yeah, we wish good night to everyone that stuck around. Or good day. And we'll see everyone tomorrow.
See you.